Tokyo, the teeming metropolis megacity of Japan, is home to an estimated 9.2 million people. Its energy and ability to offer near endless distraction, fruitful or frivolous, to all who walk down its busy streets is near legendary. One such experience that has a uniquely Japanese feel to it is staying at a capsule hotel. Whoever finds themselves laying down in one of these dystopic tubes at the end of the night, be that a weary salaryman or whoever else, would be hard-pressed not to feel at least a little like their life now in some ways resembled a futuristic novel. It is to explore that freaky phenomenon that we have made our way down to Tokyo today. Welcome to the video, guys. I have found my way downtown in Tokyo today in Shinjuku, or more specifically one stop away to Shin-Okubo, to explore the 9-hour capsule hotel. Now you're going to find other capsule hotels that are going to be cheaper than this one at about 3,000 yen. This one clocks in at 5,700. But what you're getting for that little bit additional increase in price is a totally different experience. The aesthetic of this place is why I chose it, and it's very unique. It's all futuristic and minimalistic, and you're getting a lot for the amount of money that you're spending. So without further ado, let's go check it out. Where design aesthetic is concerned, the 9-hour capsule hotel is certainly in its own league and a cut above the rest. However, when it comes to overall layout, they run things as you might predict. In Tokyo, space comes at a premium, and as a result, the usual habit is to build up, not outwards. 9-hour is no exception to this, and the floors for sleeping and bathing are accessible by elevator, and each other point of interest has a floor dedicated to some particular use. If they could be said to deviate at all, 9-hour seems to vary slightly by having dedicated elevators for each sex, which is a bit unusual. All else that you would expect to be here is, but whether it's the shower room or the lockers, each has received the 9-hour design treatment, which usually means a little better, a little more minimal, a little more futuristic. They've got a cool route here where they have essentially a QR code that's assigned to your locker. Got a little scanner here, as you would. Voila! It opens up. And here's a little amenities bag that you get too. They got pajamas, toothbrush, all that kind of cool stuff. The little bonuses you're getting because you were paying that extra little bit compared to like a 3,000 yen place. Go to any hotel, whether that be a capsule hotel, whether it be a normal hotel, I think a standard that you need to check to get the stamp of approval, whether it was good or not, is what is the quality of the bathroom. Now, we are uniquely gifted here in Japan to having some pretty sweet bathrooms and some pretty sweet toilets as well. We're going to show you guys why. Not only do you have your bidet, not only does it sanitize, but it opens to greet you. Welcome to the future. I've always wanted to, ever since SpaceX started talking about going to Mars, I always wanted to be in a rocket ship. Now, I don't ever know if that's a dream that I'm going to ever get to fulfill in my life, but this is the first time in a capsule hotel I feel like you're getting that experience. Look at this place. It's like directly taken out of Space Odyssey 2001, something like that. And they got the simple amenities up there. I think you got like a radio, you got your light, and of course, if you crawl up top, you got your privacy screen that you can pull down. Really, really basic stuff, but I've rarely seen one that is this clean, this cool, and trippy. It's great. And we got here early enough in the day. If you want to explore one of these places, kind of look around, go early because everybody's crashing at night, so you won't get this. This is uncommon to come in where it's completely open. Welcome to pod 307, my pod for this evening. So I was pointing out before that these are a little bigger in length, which is really cool if you're a tall person, because if you come to Tokyo and you stay in these, often you'll find your feet hanging out the end. But not only, I have noticed, is it longer, but it's actually wider as well. So if you're a broad-shouldered mofo like myself, then this would be another good reason to stay at this place as opposed to another one. Another thing that I would point out in the whole design style, where usually you would see something like a TV or a couple of other things that you might be able to mess around with to occupy your time when you're in here, they don't have any of that. It's all stripped away for them to achieve this kind of hyper minimalistic modern thing that you basically, the only things you got here are a plug-in for your phone and your book light. But you got your phone, that's probably all you need anyways, and so it fits. It works with what I think they're trying to do. And given the space that you have in here, I think it really does warrant that extra, 3,000 yen or so. If you can afford it, it would be much more comfortable to stay in. Okay, so when you come here, there's gonna be a couple of floors that you can go to. You're gonna have your locker floor, you're gonna have your pod floor, and then you're gonna have your shower floor. So when I was a kid, one of the things I used to do with my brothers was build forts. And everything you're doing in these forts, any chair that you put in, any signage, no girls allowed, something like that, is done to give you the feeling like you're transported away to a different place. Now here, one of the things they've done best is all their signage is this hyper minimalistic, makes you feel like you're being processed, kind of Soylent Green is people, that kind of thing. It really makes you feel like you were in a different world and starring in whatever new teen dystopic future novel that's come out in the last year or so. Pretty cool. A big complaint that I also have when I usually go out, but I shouldn't complain, is these tiny little showers where like my elbows hit the sides, but they don't have that here. This looks really nice. Again, if you're a bulky dude, you're gonna fit into this thing just fine. It's pretty big, right? They almost always have a common room that you can stay at, unless it's super, super, super dirt cheap. And you're gonna have Wi-Fi access throughout the whole building, but you can also plug in your computer here. And I gotta say, the design in this place is so cool. Again, seeing that premium price that you're paying that extra 3,000 yen, where it's super spacious, room for lots of people to set up and charge. And one of the coolest features is there's really, really nice windows. And out the backside especially, for if you wanted to get some nighttime photography as the sun went down, this would actually be a really cool spot. The reception here is up on the 8th floor. When the sun sets in Tokyo, it's time to eat. This being a budget trip due to the capsule theme, opted for a chain which serves quality food for a good price and has a wicked all-you-can-drink 2-hour menu for cheap. All that capsule hotel exploration has left us with a serious hunger in our hearts, so we've stopped into, it's basically a chain, it's called Doma Doma. They have really, really good deals here, and we're gonna pick out some delicious sweet treats really soon and get to chowing down. In short order, Graham, A-chan, aka Eiko, and myself got down to drinking, and that's where one of the best deals here is at Doma Doma. It's 1,000 yen for 2 hours Nomihodai, all you can drink. That's amazing. This whitefish here, when I'm not butchering, taking the bones off, is one of the best things that I've recently tried out in Japan. It's called hoke, and a little salt, little lemon, it's perfect. Everything else is pretty standard izakaya food. That's a pizza, supposedly, that cheese thing. I don't believe it, just cheese in a bun. But it's all delicious, it's all affordable, and we had a great night, drank till our heart's content, ate until we were full. No better evening to be had.
Thank you.